One of the highlights of our incredible event so far, you are about to hear from Mr. Ryan Swanson, as well as his two amazing world-class champion boys. Ryan and his wife collaborated, and they decided a long time ago that she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. She was tired and wanted to stay at home, and he was tired of working very hard in his family's construction company. Ryan now consistently helps people produce millions in our beautiful industry and Essanté Organics. Please welcome to the stage Platinum Executive Ryan Swanson. Stand up, put your hands together.
All right, who's excited? We're going to talk about money. Who in the room wants to earn more money? Say me. All right, so that's the thing right there. You got to be excited about that, right? Because thus far today, we've talked about certain needs, right? The first need is our health, right? So why are we talking about money now? Because we can't take the money with us, right? We got to be healthy. If you agree, say yes. Yeah, we got to be healthy. Our health is our in my opinion, our health is our number one wealth. So we got that taken care of, right? I mean, that's what I just saw. You know, everything that Ron just said. I mean, I was a carpenter, right? So my translation from Ron was, our products are freaking amazing. Yeah, you agree? Say yes. Yeah, stand up for that. Come on. You got to give it up for the Winnegar brothers and the products that they provide for you and your family, right? You think about those products. And that's what we're, but now, because of the amazing product line, right? So you got the product line. You got a product line. You go, there's got to be money to be had with those amazing products. If you agree, say yes. Yeah, so if you think about that, the products that you have, and then the opportunity to earn money, we're going to go over the compensation plan, how you get paid, right? Because, and I want to pass on some key things that, you know, I was fortunate, my wife and I, when we started in this industry about 18 years ago, we were fortunate to have a millionaire mentor and a billionaire mentor. And, you know, we were two young kids wanting to live a better life. And I'm going to pass on some of the things that was passed on to us that totally transformed our life, right? It's because it's not just about making the money. It's also about who you become as a person, right? But some of the things that was passed on to me, he said, it sounds like Len has a similar mentor, right? Mr. Jim Rohn, he said, if for things to change, you have to change. And for things to get better, you have to get better, right? He'd always say to us, if you keep thinking and acting like you always have, you're going to always get the same results, right? And I said, okay, what does that mean, right? Okay, so how am I supposed to think? How am I supposed to act? I mean, yes, it makes sense. And so, Gons, if you can, pull the slides up, please. But I want to go over that as we talk about how you earn money. Because the first thing I learned is, first, I wanted to get ahead financially. I'm like, I want to be a millionaire, right? And the stuff that I learned, by the way, did help my wife and I in our 20s become in the top 1% income earners in the whole world and be at home with our kids, that's life-changing right there. But it started with my understanding and what to do to make a living. Because I grew up as a carpenter. So I thought, and I remember the very first training that, my wife grabbed me by the ear and was like, you need to come to this training. You're sitting in front of millionaires. And I was like, I need to finish building this house. Okay, I don't have time to go to a training. And I gotta pound some more nails, right? That's how we're gonna make money. That's what's paying the bills. And it was the changing in the thinking and the understanding how to make a living. That's where everything started for my wife and I. And my millionaire mentor would always say, if you just change your actions, right? And you go, okay, so you come to this bit, your life isn't going to change, right? So he goes, okay, you're pounding nails, and now you're going to come and you're going to invite people and then do presentation. He goes, it's very simple. All you do is you invite, come take a look, and then however you have to do the presentation, whether it's a video, whether it's face-to-face, it doesn't matter. A presentation, right? And then it's just a numbers game, and you either get a business partner or you don't. But if you only change your actions, right, there's going to be all these things that distract you. See, doing the business and growing your income is easy. It's simple, right? It's simple. But what's simple to do is also simple not to do. It's simple to invite someone, right, to take a look. And it's simple, especially now the technology and what we have, to do a presentation. But it's simple also not to do, right? So life always gets in the way, right? There's challenges, there's things that come up that will try to stop you from building your business. And the core in what you think and believe in the fact of your understanding how to make a living, that's what helps you make different decisions. That makes sense to you? Say yes. So the first thing I learned is, he goes, you just have to, first you got to get to survival. He goes, because if you stop working right now, what happens to the money? If I was a carpenter, stop working. I can't eat. I can't pay there's no money, right? So you first have to get to a point where you can survive, and that's, he said, how you do that is you build up assets, which is money coming in whether you work or not, to pay for your cost of living every month. Once you got that, then you're okay. But you got to have part two of that. See, a lot of people miss the part two. These assets got to come from a source that cannot be negatively affected in a down economy. Okay, because guess what? There's always a recession. There's always a downward economy. Right? The economy goes up and it down, and it has ever since it's been created. Okay, so that right there is the key. And if you look at what we have, you go, why am I here? Because I also remember a quote that was given to me 18 years ago. It said, I think Eric Hoffer, some philosopher, he said, in times of change, the learners will inherit the earth, while the learned will find themselves beautifully equipped to succeed in a world that no longer exists. So how I understand that as a carpenter is you better change with times. If not, you're in big trouble. Right? So although we were very successful in network marketing, I go, look, the world's changing. People start going to me, hey, this product you have in other network marketing companies, it has artificial stuff in it. And I'm like, honey, what's artificial ingredients in the products? What is that? What's that? I don't know if this person speaks English, right? Because I was taught ingredients smell, stories sell. I'm like, all right, let me just tell you another story. And they're like, no, I don't care about your stories because it has artificial ingredients. I'm like, I don't think they're speaking English. And all of a sudden, so then the next person, artificial ingredients. I'm like, wait a minute, I better check these ingredient stuff. Even though they might smell, I better check it out. What is ingredients, right? And I started getting educated. Okay, and then guess what? I watched that Talk the Truth video. And I started going through the house with garbage bags, looking at all the ingredients of all the products through the whole cupboards. Stephanie was gone, my wife was gone. She comes home, there's garbage bags full of crap. Even stuff we make money from. And she goes, what are you doing? There's nothing in the cupboards. I go, that stuff's going to kill you. It's killing you. It's killing our family. I go, I had a hope. I go, look, whether we do this business or not, we're using these products. And, little as she knows, I was going to get in the truck to go get a whole bunch of products from JJ. JJ's house is close to mine. And, he brought some back from the company. I'm like, to replace everything, right? And that's the foundation of your business right there. All you do, the key, we're going to go over how you make money, okay? But I'll tell you right now, the compensation, who would like to get paid, what would you rather have? Get paid one way and you stop working, the money stops? Or would you rather get paid 6 ways and when you build it up, the money can keep coming whether you work or not? First or second? Yes. Working a job, got paid one way. If I was there, busting my buns. That's it. Here, 6 ways. But the compensation plan doesn't work if you're not using the product, right? Because imagine when someone goes, "Oh, hey, do you wash your hair with the Essanté?" Well, yeah, of course I do. Yeah, but that's easy, right? But then they start asking, "Well, do you take the shake? Do you do the greens? Do you do the reds?" So imagine you got a quality person you want to bring to your business, and then you're like, "Oh no, I haven't tried that yet. Oh, but I want to. I really like that. I would really like to try that." Right? Would you, like, if that was you, if I said, "Oh, no, I wash my hair. I put deodorant on. I wash my clothes, but, I haven't tried these other things. I'd really like to. Really like to try the shake greens and reds." Wouldn't you say, "What? Don't you eat?" "Well, I haven't tried them." Like, don't you eat? That's food. That's transferring spending. Right? Would you agree that person who's not and I'm not saying spend money you don't have, right? No one would ever say, "Hey, go buy every single product if you don't have money." No, I'm saying the money you're already spending over here, right, at the grocery store or the department store, and then you buy from your Essanté store. So all you're doing is transferring spending. I've looked, I've been here for a little over 2 years, and Essanté, I've looked everywhere in grocery stores and department stores. I cannot find anything that says certified toxic-free. Nothing. So in other words, if it doesn't say certified toxic-free, it has what in it? Probably guaranteed. You go, "Oh no, it's organic." Okay? But then you look at the ingredients. If you have out of 10 ingredients, if you got 9 of them are toxic or 9 of them are organic, and you put 1 toxic ingredient mixed with that, what do you think it does to the other 9 organic ingredients? It makes them toxic. Does that make sense? You say yes? I get some of my reds here. Right? So see, that's the foundation right there. The whole foundation is that. So you go, and obviously you're here, you want to make money. Anyone want to make a lot more money than you currently are? Say yes. Yeah, that's why you're here, right? You know how many people are not here? You know how many people come just, I want to be a millionaire. And then you're like, Len goes, "All right, you got to get to work." Lisa goes, "You got to be on purpose. And you got to get to work." And they're like, "Oh, second thought, I need to watch the football game." Right? But that's okay, because guess what? Every single person, whether they work the business or not, needs to be what? Who can tell us? Toxic-free. Okay, so that's where the foundation starts. So when we go over how you get paid 6 ways, 6 ways, not just 1, 6 ways. You have to remember, it all starts with you, and all starts with the product. You're with me on that? Say yes. And again, just transfer your spending, right? Just whatever you're spending over here. And as you're thinking about earning money, thinking about what you need for your family. Because see, once my wife and I started getting educated on like healthy food, right? I thought, 19 years ago, I thought like a good meal was oven pizza, I thought, "Oh, that's healthy. Got it from the grocery store. Must be healthy." And then I remember, and my wife, when she first met me, I put everything in the deep fryer. right? She's like, what is that thing? I'm like, oh, it's a deep fryer. You cook everything in it. That's how it works. No, it's not no, that's bad. I had migraine headaches at age like 20, 21, 20, like so bad, like crying, like you just want to put a gun to your head. Like so bad. You can't even move. But, so we started getting educated, and I go, whoa, you start looking at prices of organic stuff? I'm like, I got to be rich just to feed my family all organic to get rid of those toxins, to not have those toxins. And our organic bill, before we found Essanté, was over, our grocery bill was over $4,000 a month to keep our family healthy. Over $4,000 a month. You price it out, you probably go $1,000 per person to do all organic. Now, it wasn't 100% organic. You eat out to eat, right? Not all restaurants are organic, but you look at, you think, as we're going over this, think about yourself, but then think about all these people in the world who need what you have. Who can afford $4,000 a month to eat all organic for a family of 4? The 1% income earners. That's about it, right? So when you're thinking money, you think health and money tie together, right? But now, the money we save. Oh, we save a lot, right? Like over $1,500 a month. Shake greens and reds right there, right? And all the other stuff. Transferring our spending. Right? So, but it starts, right? Our success in any business, it starts with us being a product of the product, right? Using the product seriously. So as we go over the 6 ways you get paid, the 6 ways you get paid isn't going to work. 1, if you don't work, and 2, if you don't use the product seriously. Why? Because you're going to be out of integrity. If that makes sense, say yes. Okay, so the first way, write this down. You want to write this down because, see, this, you go, that the products and then the compensation plan is what brought us, or myself, to Essanté. And then the leadership. Right? Now think about the Winnegar brothers. This company has no debt. Okay? That's like unheard of. They used, you go back, let's just go back to the products because that's the foundation. They used their own money. Not to just to develop like one toxic, free product. Like here's a toxic-free foot rub, and everything else you put on you is going to kill you. People would be like, why then should I even buy your foot rub? Right? Does that make sense? Say yes. So you go a whole product line and then growing. And you think about the demand. Think about, you got all these different products in different industries in Essanté, right? Multi-billion-dollar industry. In fact, when they were launching the new products, I pulled up some stats. So a lot of ladies, you excited about that new cosmetic stuff? Toxic-free? No, go stand up and give it up for the Winnegar brothers and the whole team for launching these new products. Let's go. Stand up and give it up. That's incredible. You go, it's not your, imagine, right? Like, I'm going to go over how you get paid. You can get paid a lot of money. Especially, you're the first to bring this to the marketplace. Okay, that's another reason I'm here. Okay? Because here's a chance where someone like myself, with hardly any education, grew up pounding nails, can build $1 billion business without having to create it all, without having to create the product line, without having to put Ron, without having to pay a guy like Ron. Think about what you have, right? And you look at the beauty industry. So just in America, in 2010, 8.6 billion, 2017, 17.7 billion. That's almost doubled in the last 7 years, right? Okay, global, right? Because you're all over, right? It's not, you don't just have to be in America. You go, the global, 2017 was $532 billion. Okay, the first stat I gave you, I forgot to tell you, I got it at statista.com. And then this one's from orbisresearch.com. Okay, so I'm not pulling this out of my knee. Global cosmetic market, 2017, $532 billion. Expected to reach $805 billion by 2023. Okay, would you agree? Just like, in my opinion, someone, male or female, could come in with just those two cosmetic lines and become a mega millionaire. Okay? Because guess what? Guess what the competition is for you? Nothing. You have no competition. The only competition you'll have is you and your mind. Will you do what you need to do to rise up the compensation? Okay, you and your mind. I'll be talking more about that here. So let's look at how we get paid. Okay, first way, write this down, retail sales. Okay, every single person needs. It's not a want, right? See, that once again, the second part of building assets, if you build up assets and you have something that people don't want and need if the economy goes down, what's going to happen when the economy goes down? Your income's going to go down. Right? From what I'm going over with you, from the last recession, our business has grown in the mega millions with no extra effort. While a lot of people are losing their houses in 2000. Right? But it's got to come from a source that cannot be negatively affecting down economy. Right? Whether someone's rich or poor, they need the product. It's not a want, it's a need. They're products that people use every single day, no matter what. Right? Brush their teeth. Doesn't matter. Like you go, oh, I lost my job. So hey kids, we're not gonna put deodorant on, and we're not gonna wash our clothes because they lost their job. It doesn't matter, right? So you have a product that people want and need. In my opinion, people want and need no matter what the economy is. Okay, so you can help people just get on the products and make 30%. Okay, 30%. That's huge. You go, most salespeople make what? Realtors, what do you make? What percent? Like, you think 6, but then 5, or no, then 3, you cut it with someone else, and then usually you're negotiating it down to 1 or 2. Think about that. 30% is huge. Okay, and that, again, that's where it starts. So you want to make sure you're building your consumer base, right? Because where does the assets come from? Here's what my millionaire mentor asked me. He goes, Ryan, like 18 years ago, he says, do you want 2 major players that are going to, aces, right, that are going to work like crazy? Or do you want 200 consumers? And I go, oh, man, look, I got 2. Give me 2 players, man. Give me the aces. That's all I want is the aces. I want to get rich, and I want to do it quick. Okay? And he goes, wrong answer. He goes, what if one of them gets sick? You just lost half of your business. What if one of them has a major tragedy, challenge in their life, and they collapse, and they curl up in the corner and can't move? Because he said, see, it's when the vice of life starts squeezing, that's when a person's true colors is going to come through. Right? So if that happens to one of them over here, you just lost half of your business. He goes, if you got 200 consumers here, if one gets sick, they're probably going to order more product to get healthier. Does that make sense? Say yes. Okay, so this is a way of thinking, right? See, I had to change, right? A way of thinking. If you're like, oh, well, like Len was talking about, oh, they come in and they talk a good talk, and then they don't call you back. Okay, I mean, it's not like you really need to call them and go, hey, did you brush your teeth with the Essanté products today? Did you remember to put deodorant on? Did you remember, Billy, to, comb your hair, wash your hair, and condition it? Like, what do you have to do? You don't have to, Yes, you make sure they open the box, right? And you make sure they start using the products, right? But there isn't much you got to do from there. Talk about building assets. Every person, right? So it's the consumer base that's going to bring you the real residual income. That makes sense? You say yes? Okay, now obviously you get some players like yourself that you go, hey, you're going to overcome challenges, right? And you're going to get to an event like this. Why did you get to an event like this? So you can start changing the way you think, not just the actions you take, right? That's easy. Just invite, hey, come take a look. How hard is it to say, come take a look? My goodness, you can, a flyer, and here just in case. If you're like me, I was scared of my own shadow when I started this industry. Here just in case. Oh my, and start running. In case what? I just read the card. I don't know. Right? You go, that's easy. What's difficult is life. Life is difficult. So you're going to have all these challenges that are going to try to stop you from inviting and doing presentations to get paid. Okay, so you came to this event so you can start changing your thinking, because your thinking is what determines the decisions that you make. When that challenge comes, now from the education you're getting, you can make better decisions. If you can make better decisions now instead of trading time for money, I'm gonna put my time into building assets, the future over here can be much brighter. That makes sense? Say yes. And then, because everything you got here, before you came here, was in your head. It's in your head, right? It's in your head. Okay, now it's going to get into your heart. When it gets into your heart, you become unstoppable. No challenge is going to stop you. Right? Who in here wants to make the big money for you and your family? Say me. Okay, hey. No, seriously. Okay. Science 101. Okay, I skipped this in high school, right? But I learned from my millionaire mentor, Science 101, everything's energy. Okay? You better get excited about that. Who's serious about having financial freedom and time freedom for you and your family? Stand up and say, me. Say it like you mean it. Okay, because guess what? There's no limit on what you can make here. The only limits are the ones you're going to put upon yourself. Hey, you look at, so when you bring someone in the business, they get product. You're going to make an enroller bonus, okay, of $50 to $100. They come in on a $199, they get product. It's like wholesale, right? You get a wholesale profit, enroller bonus of $50. They come in on a $499 business pack, then what? They get more products, so your wholesale profit or enrollment or your enroller bonus is bigger. So you make $100, right? Now that is not residual. Okay, but then what they do is they go into the pay leg. You build a right and left leg, which we'll talk about. But the second way you get paid, enroller bonus, third way you get paid is the Express Start Gold bonus. Okay? So remember, you saw recognition silver. So here's the thing, write this down. Every position you move up, you earn more money for the exact same work. Who wants to earn more money for the exact same work? Say me. Okay. Yeah, all right, they're into it. That's what I'm talking about. It's the energy you need. Okay? So you want to go, you start, and you want to go to silver. How do you get to silver again? Who can tell us? One on your right, one on your left. Right? Correct? Right? Correct? Take a right, right? No, take a left. No, right? When you're driving and someone's like, which way? Okay, so one on your right, one on your left, at 75 points or more. Once again, the whole compensation plans works by what? People consuming the products. Okay, any company that doesn't have a product line, that's an illegal pyramid scheme. Okay, so you have to have products. So then gold is what? Yeah, 4 people. You enroll 4 people. Write that down. You enroll, because you want to get the gold. If you're in your first 30 days, you are, again, listen with 2 ears. One for yourself and one for your business partners that you're going to be working with. or business partners you already have, right? So you go 4 people enrolled to you. They got to be enrolled to you. They can be on any leg. And then each of them get the silver. Okay, now I got news for you. You're probably going to have to bring in more than 4 to get 4 silvers. But see, you want to get to gold. Why do you want to get to gold? Who can tell us? 50% match. Okay, what does that mean? It means you help someone make $2,000 from the right and left leg, which we're going to talk about in a minute. You're in addition to the 5 other ways you get paid, you get half of that, of what they made. So if they made $2,000, you get $1,000. And guess what? Guess how many people Essanté says you can enroll a month, what the limit is. There's no limit. It's unlimited. Okay? So, who has a job? Let's just see a raise hand. Who has a job where, okay, you train someone in at your job, and they go, okay, whatever, and your boss goes, all right, so you trained in Susie, and we're going to pay Susie the average income of $2,000 a month in America. Because you trade her in, we'll give you another $1,000 a month because you train in Susie. Who has that at their job? Their boss does that for you. Just say, just raise your hand. Oh, wait, I don't see any hands raised. Does everyone understand the question? I've never seen it before either. Okay? There's nobody, look, believe me, myself, assistants, we scoured the planet looking at almost every company you could look at, getting in jets and flying around, which I didn't even have to do because they're right here. We have a winter home here, and Essanté's right here. And we looked at all the compensation plans, all the product lines, and there's nothing that we found that's better than the product line that Essanté has and the compensation that they have. I have not found anything better to put my time to build assets for my family, right? Because again, the world's changing. So again, now think about that. Wherever you're at, right? You came here for a reason, right? Wherever you're at in your life, maybe you had no money to get here, like my first event, right? We didn't have money, and we had to overcome that challenge. And maybe you have money and you're already doing good. The bottom line is the world's changing drastically, right? And think about, to stay ahead of the times, right? We have to make some changes. Okay, let's look at so then once you make that enroller bonus of $5,100, then you build 2 legs, the right and left leg. It's very simple. Write this down. You make 5% on each leg up to the lesser leg. Okay, so let's say, if you look at, and all of you have seen this, right? Dr. JJ does a great job in the video explaining this. Okay, so if you look at the whole concept, 2 to get 2 to get 2, right? And everyone doing at least 75 points. Because again, everything works because of what? People doing what? Consuming the products, right? Okay, so you look at that, right? 2 to get 2 to get 2, and you go, okay, to make $3,800 a month, right, to cover your bills. You go, all you need, on both legs, 512 people on your right and left leg doing that. 75 points. That's it. Now, that may seem like a lot of people, but it's not, because you're not the one bringing all of them in, all 500. Does that make sense? Say yes. Okay, so that's all, and I'm going to show you an example on that. But then the 5th way is 100% matching bonus. So you want to go from silver, where you get a 25% match, gold, 50% match. By the way, the match, remember, is in addition to all the other ways you get paid, right? So you want to go to platinum, because at platinum, what match do you get? What percentage? 100%. 100%. So you go, that same Susie you helped make $2,000, they're making $2,000 a month on their right and left leg, the endless team bonus. Now what? Now, you're at platinum, you make 100% match, you make an additional $2,000 a month. In addition to the other ways, the 3 the 5 other ways you get paid. All right? Who is going to get to platinum to get 100% match? Say me. Look, the money's on the table. It's right there. Look, it's waiting for you. I see it for every one of you. It's sitting on the table. The company put the money there for you. My millionaire mentor always said, never leave money on the table. Any company could pay that out. Do you understand? You go, how can they do that? How many people can you enroll and get 100% match on when you're at platinum? How many? As many as you want. You go, how do they have the money to do it? You go, why don't other companies do it? Because the other companies, I don't know why, but they can. The money is there to do it. The money in other companies is there to pay that out to its distributors or business partners. So, hey, everyone stand up and give it up for the Winiger brothers, right? For paying that out to you. Come on. I mean, that's phenomenal. You know, after just a little over 2 years, our matching bonus at platinum is bigger every week than the endless team bonus, the right and left leg. Think about that. No other company pays that out like that. So just think about that. So you go, okay, for the same work, do you want to make what? Half the money? Or for the same work in a different company? Or for the same work in Essanté, do you want to make double for the exact same work? Would you pick Essanté? Obviously you're here, right? Okay, then you go, the fifth, what way are we on? I mean, I'm not even that great at counting, which is really bad when you're a carpenter, okay? Like, I'm far from perfect. Okay, the expansion race. Okay, this is paid annually. So you go, then they're going to give you a percentage of the company's sales. Wait, I don't think you understood what I just said. Okay, the expansion race. At the end of the year, you get, when all you got to do is what? $50,000 a month in volume on your right and left leg. So in other words, what you need to do anyways, just to start making a living in the future. I'm going to talk about inflation. You go, I remember 19 years ago, my millionaire mentor goes, all right, financial advisor. He goes, all right, you got to have like $3 million in the bank when you want to retire 40 years from now. So this was like 20 years ago about, right? I was like 20. And he goes, and that's going to give you $3,000 a month in retirement. I'm like, how am I ever going to get $3 million in the bank? And then to only live on $3,000 a month. First, then I thought, I got really depressed. I'm like, I don't know, that was depressing. I'm working like crazy as a carpenter, and I got to accumulate $3 million to live on $3,000 a month. And back then, 20 years ago, $3,000 a month was middle class. You know what middle class is today? It's like $8,000 a month. What's it going to be 10 years from now? What's it going to be 20 years from now? Doing just what you need to do anyways to make sure that you and your family are safe and secure financially. In my opinion, being safe and secure financially is just as important of a need as food and water, right? Because we're in drastic economic changes. Then you go the expansion race, you get a percentage of the earnings at the end of the year of the whole company's sales. Who would be excited about that? That'd be like your employer at your job. If you have a job, we're going to give you a percentage of the whole company sales because you work so hard. No, I've never seen that at a job, right? But again, it all starts where? Your product consumption. It's a foundation. If you build your business on a weak foundation and you try to cut corners, what's going to happen when the hurricane comes? What's going to happen? It's going to blow it over. Because I promise you a hurricane will come in your life. There's going to be challenges. The strong winds are going to blow. that's a guarantee. I can't guarantee if you're going to succeed. I don't know. I don't know if you're going to have the work ethic. I have no idea. I can guarantee you'll have challenges that will try to stop you. Okay? And if you try to cut corners and you build a weak foundation, when the hurricane in your life comes, your business is going to collapse. So it all starts with the products. And I don't just mean you, because guess what? Who wants to attract high-quality people that build a huge business really quick? Just say me. Okay, look, I promise you, I'm going to ask you, okay? You try to bring me into your business, I'm going to ask you, do your kids take the products? I'm going to ask you that. And guess what? If you say, well, no, they haven't yet. Or you go, I don't have the money to put my kids on the product. I'd be like, you don't feed your kids? I need to call someone on that. That's bad. Who do I call? I don't know. Yeah, this is no good. I need to call. Did you go, the organic shake is how much a meal? Round up $3? You can't get an organic meal anywhere. I mean, I personally have not found yet where I can get an organic meal for $3, except for the Essanté shake. And then you add the greens and the reds, maybe it goes to $5. People go spend $5 on a coffee at Starbucks. Right? And it has no nutritional value at all. It's a cup of battery acid. Talk about acidicness, right? For $5. It's not organic. It's chemically produced. The caffeine is chemically produced if it's not organic. This is not my opinion. Right? So you don't feed your kids? You're going to be out of integrity. Right? You want to attract people, you got to be integrity. Right? Use the product seriously. Like for example, your health. If you got health issues, you take care. You fix those health issues. And you create a story. And right? Because that story is what's going to attract people. You got weight to lose, you get that weight off. Right? I had to gain weight. You go, easy for you, Ryan. You're skinny. I was 6 foot, 130 pounds when this stuff was taught to me. To gain weight. I've gained like 40 pounds. You go to gain weight. It is so hard. I'm so grateful for these products because now I'm not bloated and gassy by the end of the day. I had to eat so much protein and so much other shakes that I'd be so bloated and gassy, I didn't want to go anywhere at the end of the day. And no one would want to be around me because it just stunk. And it was uncomfortable. And I just thought, that's just how it is to try to be healthy and gain muscle and gain weight. I mean, I'd have like 7 meals a day. So no matter whatever it is, right, we all have, I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect, right? But we all have issues, okay? Those issues, what I found, can help you make money. Take your issue that you have and solve it with the product. Because then what? Now, definitely the business is going to go from your head to your heart. And when you're talking to people, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's what's in your heart. When you got that personal experience from the products, it's in your heart. And that's what people pick up, how it's not what you say, it's how you make them feel from what you're saying. And that comes from your heart. Does that make sense? Say yes. All right, so make that a goal, right? And obviously, it's not going to happen overnight. It's the same thing with earning money. You want to be a millionaire? It's not going to happen in the first or 2 years. It's going to take a lot of work. Same thing if you got weight to lose or some type of health issue you got to clear up, whatever it is, right? Because then you can share that story. All right, so let's look. Okay, so building residual income. So we talked product consumption, using the products, and duplicating. People doing what you're doing. So, okay, you build a right and a left leg. So let's talk about $5,000 a month. Because most people, I'm talking safe and secure, right? Now, I want you to have financial freedom and time freedom. I don't know if you're going to do what it takes. That's going to be up to you, right? But at minimum, for you and your family, you got to be safe and secure. To be safe and secure, what do you got to build? Assets that come in whether you work or not, and they got to make sure they're not going to be negatively affected in a down economy. Okay, so let's talk about $5,000 a month. Most everyone can cut back and live on $5,000 a month. If you're already spending more than $5,000 a month on your personal expenses, you better be making over $20,000 a month or whatnot, right? But you probably could cut back and live on $5,000 a month if you had to, right? And then you just grow from there. If you're like, I can't live on $5,000 a month, I understand. Neither can I. Okay, but you just grow from there. But $5,000 a month. So again, listen with yourself, for yourself, and then for your business partners that you have, right? Because a lot of people, when you talk about, making 30, 40, 50,000 a month, 100,000 a month, they're like, you lost me at 20,000 a month. They can't even imagine that. But they can imagine 2,000 a month, 5,000 a month to pay their bill, right? And you start there and you create. Now you can't tell you that story. Okay, you can't tell your income story because FTC has laws against that, right? But I mean, like Natalie, what did it feel like when you went in and you fired your boss? Single mom, you're fired. I don't need you anymore. What was it? She calls me up at 10 o'clock. I'm at the grocery store, Ryan. I can't believe it. Nobody's here. It's the first time ever I've been to the grocery store at 10 o'clock during the week. Single mom, paycheck to paycheck, right? She gets out, she fires her boss. Why an extra $2,000? Go, that's it right there. Okay? So all you need, yeah, give it up for Natalie. That's the way to go. Okay, so all you need is $20,000 in business on your pay leg. So what is your pay leg? So you build a right and a left leg. So whatever leg you're on, in this example, let's say you're on your mentor's right leg. So how would you know? Okay, everyone they bring in goes down your right leg in this example. It could be different for you, it could be your left leg. Okay, so in this example, your power leg's your right leg. Okay, so that means whatever your power leg is, every person your mentor brings in down that leg goes below you. And you again make what? 5% on each leg up to the lesser leg. Okay, so understand this isn't, come in and free ride. This is a business and you have to work. But you have help. Your mentor can be helping your power leg build. Now, if you don't have a mentor helping your power leg build, join the club. I've never in 18 years had any mentor help me build any leg, my wife and I, period, in network marketing, period. Okay? So it doesn't matter. So, my mentor's not working very hard. Well, that sucks for them then. Because when the recession comes, I hope they have assets that aren't negatively affected. What if they lose their job? What are they going to do, right? Okay, so you go 200 consumers. So all that is, so then to make it another way said, right, you go, your pay leg, you make 10%, right? So as long as on your power leg, you got that business going on, for easy math, you just go, okay, my pay leg is the other leg, I'll make 10% on that. Does that make sense? Say yes. Okay, so all you need is 20,000 in business, right? So that's what? 200 consumers using 100 points a month on your pay leg. That's it. Now, you get one other person. So you bring in Susie. Susie wants to do the same thing. So let's say, again, the left leg's the pay leg. So let's say that first person up there is Susie, okay? So now what are you doing? You're already building down Susie's power leg, correct? So Susie only has to do what? In this example, half the work. So now Susie goes and builds 20,000 down her pay leg, which is also your pay leg, which 20,000 plus 20,000 is 40,000. 10% of that is 4,000 a month. And in this example, you're not going to get to platinum yet. You should be at gold. Now, I can't guarantee that. That's up to you, right? And your work ethic. And who you enroll and everything, right? But then you make another. So now you just went to 4,000 a month. And mind you, this is just people using the products, right? So whether they work the business or not, it doesn't matter. Does this make sense? Say yes. Okay. Now, obviously, you get, now Susie, $2,000 a month, that's like an average income, right? That's not a lot. How many of those people can you get? Your income now goes to $5,000 a month. And what? You go, I don't want to wake up today. Well, as long as you keep your expenses, your liabilities, which I know it's not easy to do. but you keep it under 5,000 in this example or whatever you're making, right? Because my millionaire mentor said recipe for financial disaster is paying for your cost of living every month, trading time for money. Because there's always going to be a time you cannot work. Doesn't matter how healthy you are, right? Maybe you want to take a vacation, right? And remember, it all happens because of what? The foundation is what? The products. That's it. Okay. And then, it takes time. You got to build momentum. Okay? You got to set it like Len talked about, 90-day plan, and you got to schedule. And half the people or more that you invite or schedule to a presentation are not going to show. Why? Like Len says, don't sign up for the Why Is class. Why is that class? My millionaire said, well, why did they? Well, okay, look, you're all picking, most people want to try to figure out the roots of the tree. How does a tree grow? It just grows. It's just how it works. What do you want to eat? You want to pick there's plenty of fruit on the tree. Go get to work and pick the fruit and make money. What do you want to, do you want to understand how everything works and make zero money? He said, or do you want to just go pick the fruit? The tree grows. That's how it works. That's how planet Earth is set up. Right? You want to pick the fruit and make money? If you want to do that, say yes. Yeah, that's the key right there. Okay, and then, so I just look at it as an easy way to mentally, right? Because it's a mind game. The battle's in your mind. Doing the business is simple. The battle's in the mind. You go, I gotta grow a money tree. Whoever told you money doesn't grow on trees probably didn't have much money, and they didn't pay attention to how money. It's paper. It comes from trees, right? But you need roots. You got to water the roots. Just fill your buckets to get the more you fill, like no-shows, people you don't want, jokers, quitters, right? You got to then consumers. You can't just get an ace. You bring them in as a consumer, right? They could come for the business. They could come for the products. It doesn't matter, but consume and then to be a producer or an ace. Because if you try to skip filling the buckets to get your money tree to grow, and you go, I'm just going to put them they're just going to be an ace, guess what's going to happen when the first winds blow, the challenges come their way, and they're not solid on the products? They're building their house of financial freedom and time freedom on a weak foundation. It's going to get blown over. Okay, does everyone follow me on that? Say yes. All right, so Len talked about your goals, okay? But here's where it all is. Like this, there's some simple laws that govern planet Earth. And you go, I don't believe in the law of gravity, Ryan. Well, believe me, I've fallen off 3 roofs as a carpenter. Okay? You go, it doesn't matter, a little baby, these laws apply to all of us. Whether we're ignorant to it, it doesn't matter. Okay, so a baby crawling across the stage, the law of gravity doesn't say, the universe doesn't go, we're going to make sure that they levitate, okay? Because the baby doesn't know. The baby's ignorant. The baby will learn the hard way, the law of gravity. My millionaire mentor said, ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance leads to poverty and poor health. Okay, it's not bliss. So everything starts with the law of manifestation, how you manifest everything. So if you just try to change your actions and not your belief in your thoughts and how to make a living, right? That's the core right there, what you believe and what you think. Because then that leads to how you feel, leads to action, leads to results. Okay, and you're for sure going to have challenges. And you're going to have to motivate yourself. Okay, you're going to have to motivate yourself. And the best way I've learned is through pain and pleasure. Right? What if I don't? Right? What is the life that I'm going to live? See, you got to find out something why you got to do this right now. Right? See, when I first came in this industry, it was we were paycheck to paycheck, and I got to change that. Okay, I had to change that. And what if the next recession comes? What will happen to my family? Now, I was in construction. I grew up in a recession. I knew we were going to get devastated. I didn't know when the next recession was going to be, but I knew, okay, so every time I didn't want to invite people to do a presentation, all I had to do was, if I don't, like my daily method of operation, like Len talked about, if I don't do it, right? If I don't make that happen, if I don't get my interviews, invite people to the presentation, I'm going to keep living like I am. And then what's going to happen when the recession comes? And I'm like, I saw my parents lose everything in construction in the 90s recession. Everything. I'm like, I can't do that to my family. And then the pleasure is what you want in the future. Your goals, your dreams, your desires are what you want. But you're going to have adversity. And the truth is what's going to set you free. Right? And the truth is you got to build assets. Okay, I got to skip some of this stuff. I want to go right to, you see how bad, I got all these stats, how bad? Inflation. You know why most people are broke at 65? Inflation. The cost of living goes up. You look at what it takes 40 years ago, 1977, to live on $1,000 a month, you have to make $4,300 a month today. You go, if you lived on $3,000 a month in 1977, you have to live the same lifestyle. You have to make $13,000 a month. So people are what? Throwing their money, they're saving, maybe they're making 3% on their money. That's not even keeping up with inflation. Maybe they're making 5% on their money. That's not even keeping up with inflation. Right? What happens when the cost of goods go up? You go, how have I not been negatively affected by a recession? Because when the cost of goods go up, what happens? You go, the products maybe go up, and your commission goes up. Right? Does everyone follow me on that? Say yes. Okay, so Gons, if you can cue up the video, because, we talk about getting the whole family. So this is my sons. They're now the youngest pro wake surfers in the world. And we're going to watch this video. And so we can kind of see what the Essanté products have helped them do in the last little couple years here. Video's going to play any second.
Tricks, but it's honestly throwing tricks above that level. Absolutely incredible riding. Let's give it up for Taylor Swanson!
teammates, and I think I can hear their good runs from 20 miles away.
Yeah, way to go. Congratulations, boys. But, and you know, I want to end with this because you're gonna have challenges. And the law of success states before you can have success, you got to go through adversity. And I remember when we first started, and in this industry, every single person told us we're stupid, we're young, we're dumb. People told me it'd be nothing more than a dirty old carpenter. And I had a decision I had to make. Like, who am I going to listen to? But that one voice is like, well, maybe it's not going to work. Because I am young. I barely made it through high school, right? The first book I read all the way through is a 14-page success story book on having a home business. And my wife and I, we were scared of our own shadow. And it was, my people skills were so bad, my own dad fired me twice, right? I was skinny. I was 6 foot, 130 pounds, dripping wet. I mean, I could barely, I'd almost stutter when I try to talk to people. And all these people were telling us this stuff doesn't work. And we had a decision we had to make. Who are we going to listen to? Are we going to listen to everybody? I love my friends and family, right? But taking their advice would be like going to a drowning man or woman to teach us how to swim, right? I got to listen to the people who have success. And I got to follow what they are doing, right? And then the recession hit, and once the recession hit, the same people who told us it wasn't going to work, we were supporting. You know how good it feels when your parents or someone loses everything, and you go, hey, I got you covered. Here, you can live in our extra house that we have, right? You live in our extra house, Mom and Dad. We'll take care of you. And it didn't matter that they told us it wasn't going to work. But we had to have the foresight to see the world's changing. We have to change with the times, right? And I want you to think about your life and your situation, right? Because from that point, we've been able to be at home every day with our kids and provide not just a great life, but extraordinary life. If I had more time, I'd show you all the pictures. So many vacations. We could be here for 3 hours showing you picture vacations, the houses we live in, all that stuff. What's the most important thing is that time and the assets that you build, right? And for you, no matter where you're at right now, no matter what success you've had or didn't have, I want to tell you you're more than you think you are. And you can be and do and have more than you think you can have. And I promise you there's people praying as we speak that need these products and need the compensation plan. And they're waiting for you. Their lives are being destroyed of what's going on in the economy. And they need you to just get over the mind game of what you can't and just go do it. Head down, butt up, and build an empire for you and your family. And thank you for allowing me to serve.
Let's hear it for Ryan Swanson and these amazing boys. Well done, guys. Well done.